Good morning, students. We are going to discuss another one topic, three-dimensional geometry. Three-dimensional geometry. Now, here three-dimensional geometry means here I am going to review the first year topic first. Why? Because already you are completed the basics of the three-dimensional geometry in the first year. You learned that we are going to introduce in the first what you are studied in the straight lines before coordinate system. You are studied that is a two-dimensional geometry, 2D geometry, that where x-axis and y-axis are present. Now here we are introducing another one more axis called as z-axis. Okay. Now axes are begin. How many are become now? X-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. You can see here three-dimensional figure. Okay. Now here observe there. Now what you are going to do here? Consider the three planes. Three planes are intersecting, mutually perpendicular to each other, intersecting at O. That means consider three mutually perpendicular planes, otherwise three planes intersecting at a point O. At a point O such that these three planes are mutually perpendicular. Mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay. These planes are intersecting along. These planes intersecting along the lines x dash ox comma y dash oy and z dash oz are called as x-axis comma y-axis and z-axis respectively. Now what they are said? There are three planes are there. They are intersecting mutually perpendicular along x dash ox, y dash oy and z dash oz, and these x dash ox and y dash oy and z dash oz are called as x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. And these axes forms the coordinate system that is called as rectangular coordinate system. The system formed by these three lines or axes is called as rectangular coordinate system. Rectangular coordinate system. Okay, this is the coordinate system. And now what is going to happen here? This is the rectangular coordinate system. Now the planes x, o, y, z are called, that is, and the planes, what are the planes? The planes x, o, y, comma, y, o, z and z, o, x are called as xy plane, comma, yz plane and zx plane. Xy plane, comma, yz plane and zx plane. And these are, and further what you can call as, here these planes are known as coordinate planes. These are, and these are also known as, and these are also known as, okay, what is that? Coordinate planes. Okay, now here what is that? Observe there. Here first of all, once again I am going to repeat. Consider the planes. Three planes are intersecting at a point O such that these planes are mutually perpendicular to each other, and these are intersecting along the lines x dash O x, y dash O y and z dash O z are called as x axis, y axis and z axis respectively. The system formed by these three axes or three lines is called as rectangular coordinate system. Further, the planes XOY, YOZ and ZOX are called as coordinate planes. Okay. Now here I am showing the simple. Here actually after these axes are divided the coordinate plane into how many parts? 8 parts. Each part is called as octant. Now these axes divides the space. Now till now 2D geometry you should usually will call this as the plane, but here it is called as space, into 8 equal parts. 8 equal parts called as octant. What is called as octant? Called as octants. Here next what is that? These axes are divides the plane into, that is space, into 8 equal parts called as octants. Okay. Now they are named as the OX, YZ, OX dash Y, ZY because with respect to the positive x and negative axis. Positive x 0 OX dash is called as positive x axis and OX is called as positive x and OX dash is called as negative y axis. Like that you are going to get 8 parts. Now observe there what I am drawing here. These are the mutually perpendicular line to each other. That is, if you are taking, this is the x axis, this is y axis and this is the z axis. These are the positive directions I am taken where they are going to be intersected. O is called as origin. For example, there is a point P x, y, z in a plane. We are used to measure the distance from here. If you are, this is in the plane, if you are drawn a point to the xy plane, a perpendicular. Now if you are drawn, for example, this is the PM, and if you drawn a perpendicular M to x axis, now what you are going to get? This is the x and this is the along the y axis, this is y and this is parallel to the z axis, that's why this is z. Now what you are going to get? Observe there, the point you are measuring the distance along x axis as well as y axis, and now this is the point in the plane OXYZ plane with coordinates x, y, z. Now this is nothing but PM be the perpendicular from P to the xy plane and MN be the perpendicular from M to N. Now ON is the x coordinate x, MN is parallel to the y axis, that's why this is a y coordinates, and MP or PM is parallel to the z axis, that's why this is the z coordinate. Okay, now this is called as ordered triad. This is called as ordered triad. Okay, this is usually we are going to learn, and here in the speciality of the trigonometry job in the second year geometry, especially you are going to learn with 3D geometry with the vector combination. Okay, you should remember that one. Here now, for example, a line makes now this is the coordinates 3, this is 0, this is x, and this is y, and this is z. Now a line that is OP is there, OP be a point. Now if you are taken a line, if it is this OP makes an angle of alpha with x-axis, beta with y-axis, and gamma with z-axis, then these alpha, beta, gamma are called as direction angles. These alpha, beta, gamma are called as direction angles. Further, cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are called as direction cosines. Okay, now I am writing, observe there, let a line that is P, x, y, z be a point in the space. Okay, let Px, y, z be a point in the space such that OP makes an angles of alpha, beta, gamma. Then these are called as direction angles of OP. Further, cos alpha, cos beta, and cos gamma are called as direction cosines. Okay, these are called as direction cosines, usually denoted by small letters L, M and N. Okay, now here already same topic we are discussing in the vectors. The same topic again we are going to discuss here, that let Px, y, z be a point. Actually we should not read the comma. Let Px, y, z be a point in the space such that OP makes an angles of alpha, beta, gamma with coordinate axis. Then these are called as direction angles. Okay, then these are called as direction angles of OP bar, and cos alpha, cos beta and cos gamma are called as direction cosines. Okay, and usually these are denoted by L, M, N. These are denoted by L, M, N, and any numbers are proportional to these direction cosines are called as direction ratios. Okay, any numbers, that means the numbers proportional to direction cosines are called as direction ratios. Direction ratios usually denoted by small letters a comma b and c. Okay, what you are known as now here, the numbers which are proportional to the directional cosines are called as direction ratios. Now here what I am taking, observe there, L comma m comma n, L comma m comma n be the direction cosines and a comma b comma c are direction ratios. Then here what you are going to get, they are proportional, no? A proportional to L, that implies A is equal to lambda L. Okay, this is implies what you are going to get, L by A is equal to lambda. Similarly, say this one is any scalar. Similarly, m by b is equal to lambda and n by c is equal to lambda. Then what we are going to get, observe there now here, L by A is equal to m by b is equal to n by c. That is, then therefore what you are going to get, therefore L by A is equal to m by b is equal to n by c. Okay, this is that means relation between directional cosines and direction ratios. Okay, further if you want write also, now what you can write, observe there, L square plus m square plus n square. What you have already, you have proved that one. That is what you have direct, you can write up. Again if you want, we can prove that one. L square plus m square plus n square is equal to 1. Therefore lambda square L square plus lambda square. Here what you are going to get, lambda square here, a square, lambda square b square plus lambda square k square. Okay, otherwise you can write this one as the lambda, otherwise 1 by lambda, whatever you can take, that is not a problem. Now here is equal to 1. Okay, now what you are going to write, here I am taking this is equal to lambda. Now here what you are going to get, lambda square if you have taken common, a square plus b square plus c square, a square plus b square plus c square is equal to 1. Therefore lambda square is equal to 1 by a square plus b square plus c square. Therefore lambda is equal to plus or minus 1 by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, now here further what is the, now what you are going to get, L is equal to what you have, L is equal to a lambda and m is equal to b lambda and n is equal to c lambda. Okay, the small change is there, instead of taking, you may get confused here. This is the numbers proportional to, no, L proportional to A you have to take, and this one what you are going to get, L is equal to lambda A. Okay, similarly m is equal to lambda b and n is equal to lambda c. Now this becomes somewhat simple than what you are listening. Now here what you are going to get, therefore L is equal to what you are going to get, a by plus or minus a by root of a square plus b square plus c square, comma m is equal to plus or minus b by root of a square plus b square plus c square, and n is equal to plus or minus e by root of a square plus b square plus c square. These plus and minus signs are depends on the, that is with respect to positive direction of the axis or negative direction of the axis. Positive direction of axis or negative direction of the axis. Now here what we are going to discuss, another one is direction cosines of a line passing through 2 points. Now let the line passes through 2 points P x1 y1 z1 and q x2 y2 z2. Okay, that means you should go for the, what you have to go for, you have to find the direction cosines. That means that should be angle made by with the, that means here observe there, I can show the figure. For example, this is the, if you are consider the diagram, this is x-axis 0, y-axis and z-axis. This is the point P x comma y comma z, and this is x1 y1 comma z1, and this is x2 y2 and z2. Now we have to find the angles. Now what you have to do, simply we should draw a perpendicular, that means parallel to the y axis and parallel to the z axis and parallel to the x axis, whatever you are taking. Here observe there, if I am draw a perpendicular from P and Q to the xy plane and assume these are the R and S, and if you draw a perpendicular from this to here N. Now you are going to find a rectangle. And find the angles made by this one is, okay. Now let L comma M comma N be the DCs, directional cosines of line PQ, and angles made by PQ with coordinate axis are alpha comma beta comma gamma. Okay, then what you are going to get, observe there. Okay, let L comma M comma N be the DCs of the line PQ and angles made by the line with the coordinate axis alpha comma beta comma gamma respectively. Okay, now here what you are going to get, observe there, here we are drawn the perpendicular R and S, now R and S. Okay, now here what you are going to get, observe there, if you are going to get this is make angle made by, what is this one actually, now this is angle made by gamma, that means y axis z axis. Now this is angle made with the z axis you are going to get. Okay, now therefore ultimately if you are draw, once again I am drawing, observe there, here if we are going for this one diagram, here now this is the parallel to the z axis. If I done, the angle made by this one is the gamma. Okay, angle made by this one gamma means ultimately what you are going to get, this is gamma. Okay, now this is Q and this is N and this is P. This is z axis, this is origin, and this is x axis and this is y axis. Now from this triangle PQN, from triangle PQN, what you are going to get, observe there, cos gamma means, observe there, this is the right angle here. Now what you know, adjacent side by hypotenuse, adjacent side is the QN by PQ. Okay, QN by PQ means, what is the QN, observe there, QN now nothing but here QN nothing but what you are going to get, SQ, QN nothing but SQ minus Sn, SQ minus Sn, okay, by PQ. That is SQ nothing but it is parallel to the along the Z axis. Okay, SQ similarly what you know, SQ is equal to actually Z. What is this one? Z2. SQ is equal to Z2. Now Sn from rectangle PNS are opposite sides are equal. No? Sn is equal to what you know? Sn is equal to, you know that, PR. Sn is equal to PR nothing but now Sn is equal to what you are going to get? PR. PR is the coordinate of the Z. Why? Because it is parallel to the Z axis. That's why Sn is equal to Z1. Therefore, what you are going to get now? Cos gamma is equal to SQ. Z2 minus Z1 by PQ. Z2 minus Z1 by PQ. That means similarly, what you are going to get? Cos alpha is equal to X2 minus X1 by PQ, and cos beta is equal to Y2 minus Y1 by PQ. Similarly, what you are going to get? Observe there. Therefore, what you are going to get? Directional cosines of the line. That is, DCs of the line are X2 minus X1 by PQ, comma Y2 minus Y1 by PQ, and Z2 minus Z1 by PQ, where PQ nothing but the distance between the lines. No, what is the distance between 3D geometry? Already we are proved first year in the first year. That is where PQ is equal to under root of X2 minus X1 whole square plus Y2 minus Y1 whole square plus Z2 minus Z1 whole square. This is the some basic concept regarding the 3D geometry what we are earlier studied with connection with second year topic. Now usually one more question they may ask, for example they may ask, if a line makes angles of 90 degrees, 60 degrees and 30 degrees with positive directions of the coordinate axis, positive directions of coordinate axis, then find DCs of the line, direction cosines of the line. Question may be long but answer is very simple. What do you know? Let L comma solution, what do you know? Let L comma M comma N be the direction cosines, that is DCs of the line. Then we have, what do you have? Then we have L is equal to cos alpha, M is equal to cos beta, and N is equal to cos gamma. And what they are given already here? Alpha, beta, gamma they are given. Alpha is equal to 90 degrees, beta is equal to 60 degrees and gamma is equal to 30 degrees. Therefore, L is equal to what you are going to get? Cos 90, and M is equal to cos 60 and N is equal to cos 30. Now, what is the cos 90? 0. L is equal to 0. Therefore, M is equal to cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2 and N is equal to cos 30 root 3 by 2. Therefore, required DCs of line, what you are going to get? 0 comma 1 by 2 comma root 3 by 2. Similarly, they may ask like this. If a line makes an angles of, this is a question of both vectors as well as 3D. The line makes an angles of, same question I am taking, 90 degrees and 30 degrees, 90 degrees, 60 degrees and theta with positive directions of axis. positive directions of coordinate axis, then find theta. Then find theta means already what you know? We know what you know solution is. Just now we are proved what is cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1. What is L square plus M square plus 1 N square is equal to 1? No. From this one you know. Now what you are going to get? Cos square alpha, cos square 90 plus cos square 60 plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Cos square 90 is 0. Cos 60 is 1 by 2 whole square plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Now cos square theta is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 whole square is 1 by 4. Then what you are going to get? 1 minus 1 by 4 is a 3 by 4. Cos theta is equal to, you are going to get positive direction they are given. No? That's why you are going to get root 3 by 2. That implies theta is equal to 30 degrees. Next, one more question they may ask like this. If 2 comma minus 1 comma minus 2 are dr, that means direction ratios of a line, then find direction cosines. Now they ask the direction cosines. What is the formula? Directly we have just now we are derived. No, what do you know? First you have to find the PQ. What is that PQ? PQ nothing but under root of 2 square plus minus 1 whole square plus minus 2 whole square. That is nothing but what you are going to get. Why? Because here I am writing root of a square plus b square plus c square. A square plus b square plus c square is equal to, you are going to get 4 plus 1 plus 4. That is nothing but root 9. We considering the positive axis. That's why 3. Now what do you know? L is equal to plus or minus, but positive direction you know I am taking positive. A by root of a square plus b square plus c square comma m is equal to b by root of a square plus b square plus c square, and n is equal to c by root of a square plus b square plus c square. Now what they are given? A is equal here. This is the A, this is the B, and this is the C. No, same thing you are taken. No, therefore what you are going to get? 2 by 3 comma B is the minus 1 by 3 and minus 2 by 3. These are the DCs of the given line. He may ask, he will give the 2 points. Okay, 2 points and ask to find the direction cosines and direction ratios. For example, they may ask find direction cosines of, that is DCs of the line joining the points. What are the points they have taken? Observe there. They have taken the points minus 2, 4, minus 5 and 1, 2, 3. They are asked for example. That means first you have to find the distance PQ. You know. Now this is nothing but what you have to find. First find the PQ. Now first find the distance between. Now PQ is equal to under root of x2 minus x1 whole square. That is 1 plus 2 whole square plus 2 minus 4 whole square plus 3 plus 5 whole square. Then what you got? Observe this. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 square is 9. 2 minus 4 minus 2. Minus 2 whole square is 4 plus 8 square is 64. Therefore, what you got? Observe there? 68, and this you are going to get root of 77. Now what is the formula? DC's formula? DC's formula is x2 minus x1 by PQ, comma y2 minus y1 by PQ and z2 minus z1 by PQ. Therefore, required DCs is equal to x2 minus x1. What you are going to get? Observe there. x2 minus x1 is the minus 1 minus 2, that is 3 by root 77, comma minus 2 by root 77 and 8 by root 77. Enough for this class. Thank you.